So in this lesson, we will be creating the portfolio page. What we're going to do is query the portfolio categories and make sure all the portfolio filter links work as needed. So I'm just checking out the static site right here. Okay, so first we're going to create a custom page template for our portfolio page. We will copy the contents of page fullwidth.php and use it as our base for the portfolio page. So I click new file. So the template name right now is the full width page, but I'm going to change it to portfolio page right there in the comments. Okay, and then I'm going to save it as page-portfolio.php. There you go. So since our portfolio page acts like our blog list, but queries only the portfolio post, we will copy index.php's code right here. There you go, and change add it right there. So here's our loop. Okay, so exit.index.php, we don't need that anymore. I'm gonna access portfolio.html. So now let's replicate our static pages markup. So this is our current markup right here. So let's copy the filter section all the way down there, and we're gonna go ahead and paste it over here. There you go. Awesome. Okay, now looking back at what else we need. So then the opening div tags that contain the items, we're gonna need that as well. So go ahead and copy that over here. Okay, looking good. Now go back to portfolio.html, and we're lastly gonna copy the portfolio item. Okay, so it goes over here. To properly register the WordPress IDs and classes for each item, we need to apply WordPress IDs and classes functions. Okay, so let's open up content page.php and simply copy the ID and the class functions. Okay, there you go. So now let's fix this code and add the proper functions. Okay, now let's go ahead and reload the page that we worked on, which is the portfolio. But before that, let's change the portfolio pages template to be similar in the code that we just did. So right now it's under default template, but we want to change that into portfolio page. Okay, so this is the result of our page, which is not completely what we expected. So because it queried the actual portfolio page instead of the portfolio items, so we're gonna have to update the code for this as well. So I'm just checking the blog page. We have our portfolio items included in the blog query because it is technically a blog post. So we're gonna go back to the dashboard and look under categories and take note on the portfolio category ID. So now notice the URL in the bottom left corner, as it says category tag ID equals 2. So that's what we're going to use to query only the post under that category. So let's go back to our code and use the ID to query post under that category. So here's how to do it. There you go. Just make sure to review your code as you're following along with the video. If I'm going too fast, just pause it and rewind. Okay, so here we are passing cat equal to 2, or the CAT, which is category. So in which we're telling WordPress that we want posts under category ID 2, which is the portfolio category and all its subcategories. So next is we're telling WordPress that we want 12 items under that one. So let's check our portfolio page again. And here are our portfolio items. Okay, so let's change some markup as needed over here. Okay, I'm gonna add this one right here and reload again. Now we have the links on the titles, but the items were not inlined correctly, so we're gonna have to update that. So let's go ahead and inspect what's causing this problem. Go ahead and check, do inspect element on this portfolio item. Okay, so here's the problem. Each item is wrapped around the portfolio items div. Instead of wrapping all the items together, the div is wrapping individual items. So we're gonna have to fix that like this over here in the code section. That should fix it right here. There you go. It's reloaded and now they're aligned. So now we're gonna work on the filter buttons. Okay, so here we have a jQuery plugin mix it up. This is how we want our filters to work, just like that. So here's the download link, and I already downloaded it. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay. So mix it up master.zip. So here's the plugin directory, as you can see here. Okay, so let's copy the build version of the plugin. And we're gonna go to our WP Bootstrap theme. Okay, and we're gonna want to paste it in the JS directory under the library folder of the WP Bootstrap theme. Okay. Okay, now that that's all good, we will just register the script into WordPress the proper way. So we're gonna see that right here. Okay, so let's copy this code and add up the Mix It Up plugin that we just copied into the theme folder. There you go. Okay, looking good. Now, open up our script.js file. Okay. And then just adding a comment here, indicator, so we would know which part of the file we're gonna work on right here. So, or where we're gonna add the user content. Okay, looks good. Just so here's the jQuery declaration of the Mix It Up plugin. We're gonna copy that over here. So here they targeted the ID container. Okay, which would be right here. Okay, save that one, and it looks good. So now I'm going to go to the page portfolio.php, and we have the portfolio items class as our items container. So I'm gonna change the element to target our container that we want, which would be the portfolio items. Now, I think we should also put inside the target container so it would recognize it. Okay. Now let's copy their markup. So I'm just gonna add that right there, mix, and make sure these are updated as well with 2 buttons. Okay, and now we need to copy the plugin's button markup. Let's copy both attributes, as you can see here. Just put it right there for all the buttons. So it would be the web design button, the mobile, and the photography button. Okay, making sure that's good. I forgot to add the all, so I just went ahead and put it there. So web design, app design, and photography. Now we need the right value for the data filter for each button. So here's how you do it. We do inspect element again on the portfolio page. Or first we just want to reload to make sure everything's working. Right there, you see all the buttons. So inspect element. And here we have 3 items with different categories. And one with the category photography, category app design, and category web design. These are the values we need in our buttons data filter. So let's add that over here. Category web design, dot category app design, and dot category photography. Okay. So now we're gonna fix the margining a bit. So now we're going to add the required CSS style for the plugin to work. So that should be it right there. I'm just gonna copy that into your mystyle.css. Reload, and it's not working. Sorry about that. We're just gonna troubleshoot and see what happened here, and we'll get this fixed. I can assure you that in a bit. It won't take any longer. Okay, so here's actually the problem. We haven't enqueued our script. We have just registered it. So we need to enqueue it there. So just copy what's there and just change it up to mix it up. Save that, and let's see if it works. There you go. And if you click the different buttons, it will show only the items that's under that subcategory. So it's working perfectly. And Mix It Up is a really useful plugin. Okay. Reload again. Now, that pretty much wraps up this lesson. In the next lesson, we will be working on the portfolio single page and how to separate our portfolio from the blog.